All right, today we're talking about a skill that's not just a nice to have, but a really powerful operational tool. I'm talking about something that can completely change how we connect with people, especially in the world of business. And to get started, let's talk about a feeling I'm pretty sure we've all had. Have you ever been on the phone with customer support? You're explaining your problem for the third time, and you just get that sinking feeling? The person on the other end isn't really listening? They're just reading from a script? Man, it's so frustrating, right?
Well, guess what? There's a very clear reason for that feeling of disconnect. But more importantly, there's an incredibly powerful solution that can fix it. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack right now.
Okay, so let's start at square one. What do we even mean when we use the word empathy? Because it's a whole lot more than just being nice. It's actually a core part of how we connect as humans, and it's backed by some pretty cool science. So here it is. Empathy is the ability not just to understand what someone is going through, but to actually share their feelings. The key word there is share. It means you have to genuinely try to step into their shoes and see the situation from their point of view. It's feeling with them, not just feeling sorry for them. And get this, it's not just some philosophical concept. It's biology. Our brains have these incredible things called mirror neurons. They fire up not only when we do something ourselves, but also when we just watch someone else do it. It's our brain's built-in way of helping us instinctively feel what other people are feeling. It's like we're hardwired for connection. Now, this whole idea of connection brings us to a really, really important distinction. To get empathy right, we have to understand the difference between empathy and its close cousin, sympathy. And honestly, this is where most people get it wrong. Let's break it down. Empathy is all about feeling with someone. You're down in the trenches with them. Sympathy, on the other hand, is feeling for them. It often comes from a place of pity, and it keeps you at a safe distance. Let's see how that plays out with some real-world examples. This is where it all clicks into place. Just look at the language. Sympathy sounds like, "I'm so sorry you're upset." See how that creates a little bit of distance? But empathy, feeling with them, is about building a bridge. An empathetic response starts with, "I understand how frustrating this must feel." But then, and this is crucial, it adds a commitment. "I'll stay on the line with you until we get this resolved." That right there, that's a partnership. So we know what empathy is and what it isn't. But why does it matter so much? Well, this is where we see empathy go from just a soft skill to an absolute game changer with real, tangible benefits. Look at this number, 96%. Let that sink in for a moment. That's how many consumers say that empathy is absolutely vital when they're dealing with customer support. This isn't just a nice little bonus. For almost everyone, it's a requirement. People don't just want an answer. They want to feel heard. And the ripple effects are huge. Empathy builds trust like nothing else. It can take a really tense, angry customer and completely diffuse the situation by showing them you're on their side. And because you understand the emotion behind the problem, you solve the real issue, not just the surface level one. And here's the kicker. It's great for employees too. It boosts morale and cuts down on burnout. It's a total win-win. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it in the moment? Let's get practical. Let's build your empathy toolkit with some real strategies you can start using today. Think of it as a 6-step process. It all starts with active listening, and I mean really listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Then you verbally acknowledge what you've heard. So what I'm hearing is, that shows you're engaged. Step 3 is perspective taking, and this is the big leap, truly trying to see it from their side. That requires self-awareness, so you can check your own biases. Then you use all that to craft powerful empathy statements. And finally, you practice emotional regulation to keep your own cool. It's a whole cycle. So here's what a great empathy statement looks like in the wild. Notice it does 2 perfect things. First, it validates the other person's feeling. I completely understand how this must be unsettling. That's huge. But it doesn't just stop there. It creates a team with one simple word. Together. Let's find a solution together. Bam!
Just like that, it's not you versus them anymore. It's you and them versus the problem.
All right, for anyone out there still thinking this is all just fluff, this next part is for you. Let's talk about turning this supposedly soft skill into cold, hard data. Because you can absolutely measure the impact of empathy.
When a team leads with empathy, you see it in the numbers that every single business cares about. Your customer satisfaction scores, they go up because people feel valued. Your first call resolution rates improve because you're actually solving the root problem the first time. And your net promoter score, the one that measures loyalty, that goes through the roof. Because people who feel understood don't just stay with you, they tell their friends about you.
So ultimately, it all comes down to this one simple idea. The goal isn't just to deliver a service. The goal is to deliver a connection. Because that human connection is what builds real, lasting loyalty. And empathy is the tool that gets you there. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. In a world that's so obsessed with the next piece of tech, the next app, the next AI, what if the most powerful, most disruptive tool in business isn't a technology at all, but a fundamental human feeling? Thanks for tuning in.